Welcome to Housing TV News. Glad to have you join us on Business News. I am Mimula Bagudu. Here are the top stories. CBN raises 11.29 trillion naira by NTBS as 364-day yield hit 23.5%. Nigerian banks collaborate to drive NIBSS quick response adoption. SEC wants investors from transacting business with Marino FX. Now the news in detail. The nation's outsourcing market is expected to expand steadily, reaching 3.2 trillion naira in 2028. It is projected to grow at a rate of 12.56% annually, while the business process outsourcing market was valued at about $980 million in 2023. This indicates the industry's critical role in today's economy and the increasing reliance of businesses on outsourced services to drive efficiency, innovation, and scalability. Speaking at the 10th Fellowship Investiture and Induction Conference of the Association of Outsourcing Professionals of Nigeria in Lagos, the speaker, Dr. Chris Isede, a renowned expert in the field of economics and finance, stated that the informal sector, which is a vibrant and core part of the economy, is often misunderstood and overlooked despite being a treasure trove of untapped talent and skills. Imo State Governor Senator Hope Uzodinma has canvassed the setting of a special fund for agricultural research to combat food security in Nigeria and diversify the economy away from oil. Uzodinma, who spoke in Umuahia as the guest lecturer during the 12th convocation ceremony of Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, Umudike, said, since it has been established that the future of agriculture in Nigeria depends on research, technology, and innovation, there is an urgent need to put in place a dedicated specialized research fund to aid research in universities and other tertiary institutions. He further added that the fund should be called the Tertiary Agricultural Education Research Fund. The governor, who was represented by the Commissioner for Tertiary Education, Professor Victor Uwanchukwu, said a law should be made for a mandatory contribution of 1% of the profit of all agro-based corporate bodies, infrastructure and industries to the fund, while federal and state government should contribute an equal amount from the tax to the fund. Now, leading Nigerian banks, spearheaded by the United Bank for Africa, hosted the inaugural annual general meeting of the Committee of E-Business Industry Heads in a bid to enhance financial inclusion in Nigeria. The meeting brought together senior executives from major banks, including UBA, First Bank, Stanbic IBTC, and Providence Bank. Key figures such as the chairman of the Committee of E-Business Industry Heads, Ajibade Laolu Adewale, and digital banking leaders from participating banks conveyed to chart a roadmap for advancing the platform's adoption. A member of the committee speaking to our correspondent noted that the meeting marked a major milestone in the collective effort to accelerate the adoption of the NQR NIBSS Quick Response Payment Platform, a key innovation driving seamless and secure digital payments across the country. The NQR platform enables consumers to make payments by scanning QR codes through their banking applications, streamlining transactions across diverse sectors, including retail, transportation, and small businesses. This cost-effective solution is poised to expand financial inclusion, particularly in underserved areas. Now, boosted by investors' quest for higher returns, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has raised 11.29 trillion naira worth of Nigerian treasury bills across its auctions in 11 months of 2024, a stop rate on 364-day increase to 23.5%. The 11.29 trillion naira raised during the period under review is 106.4% higher than the 5.47 trillion naira raised in 11 months of 2023. The amount raised between January and November 2024 indicates continuing confidence among investors in the Nigerian government debt instruments. By tightening its monetary policy through higher interest rates and large NTBS auctions, the CBN aims to curb raising inflation and stabilize the foreign exchange rate, thereby fostering a more balanced economic environment. NTBS, or T-bills, as they are sometimes called, are short-term debt securities issued by the government to make up for budget deficits and fund projects. In Nigeria, NT bills are issued by the CBN on behalf of the federal government. Now, despite the increase in the fuel pump price, the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) has stated that there was a drop in the price of transportation fare in October year-on-year. The NBS, in its transport fare report, said the drop was experienced in comparison to prices paid in October 2023. According to the Bureau, the average fare paid by commuters for bus journeys within the city per drop increased to 0.98% from 899 naira in September 2024 to 908 naira in October 2024. On a year-on-year basis, it declined by 18.72% from 1,117 naira in October 2023. The average fare paid by commuters for bus journeys within the city per drop increased to 0.98% from 899 naira in September 2024 to 908 naira in October 2024. On a year-on-year basis, it declined by 18.72% from 1,117 naira in October 2023. In another category, the average fare paid by commuters for bus journey intercity per drop was 7,187 naira in October 2024, indicating an increase of 0.18% on a month-on-month basis compared to 7,175 naira in September 2024. On a year-on-year basis, the fare rose by 22.12% from 5,885 naira in October 2023. Now, for air travel, the average fare paid by air passengers for specified routes single journey was 126,293 naira in October 2024, indicating an increase of 1.28% compared to previous month, which is September 2024. On a year-on-year basis, the fare rose by 60.31% from 78,778 naira in October 2023. We take a pause here. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Business News on Housing TV Africa. Now, moving on, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, has inaugurated a major inquiry into widespread consumer complaints against leading players in the banking, telecommunications, and aviation sectors. A statement issued by Odanje Ijiagu, the Director of Corporate Affairs of the Commission, on Sunday in Abuja said it will engage the banks over reports of network failures that hindered customers from accessing their funds. Ijiagu said the Commission would also engage a major telecommunication firm for persistent complaints of undelivered data services, unexplained data depletion, and inadequate customer care. He said that Airpeace Limited will be engaged to address allegations of exploitative ticket pricing, including significant price hikes for advance bookings on certain domestic routes. The director said the engagement, which will begin between December 3rd and December 5th, will address issues of poor service delivery, exploitative practices, and potential consumer rights violations. Ijiagu said the inquiries will be conducted under the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act, FCCPA 2018, specifically Sections 17, 18, 32, 33, 80, 110, 111, 112, and 113. Sokoto Federal University, in collaboration with Nigerian Bank of Industry (BOI), have unlocked 200 billion naira for medium and small enterprises as grants to ease suffering caused by the removal of fuel subsidy among Nigerians. Bank of Industry Manager in charge of Sokoto and Zamfara State, Habiba Samaila Sambawa, stated these at a one sensitization campaign organized for beneficiaries of the presidential grants in Sokoto. According to her, the funds was approved from the Office of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and BOI will disburse the grant in 3 segments as manager and executor of the facility across the country. Habiba Sambawa further noted that the remaining 50 billion naira grant as the 3rd segment, 40 billion naira have already been disbursed to over 800,000 beneficiaries across 774 local government areas in the country. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, has emphasized the need to shield genuine manufacturers from spurious claims under the guise of consumer rights protection. Director General of MAN, Segun Ajayi Kadir, said this at a webinar organized by the association with the theme Balancing the Equation Between Consumer Protection and Manufacturers' Right. According to Ajayi Kadir, there is a need to set a clear boundary between upholding consumer rights and comprising the operations of manufacturers and marketing their product. He argued that these will ensure that legitimate manufacturing entities are not sacrificed on the altar of spurious and ill-conceived consumer claims of infractions on or unhealthy consumer protection regulations. Now, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has warned the public not to transact any business with Marino FX Limited, saying the company is not registered by the Commission to operate in any capacity in the capital market in Nigeria. This was issued on Sunday in a notice by the Commission. The Commission further stated that transacting in the Nigerian capital market with unregistered and unregulated entities exposes investors to financial risks, including fraud and the potential loss of investment, and expressed its commitment to fight against that. So that's the much we can take on today's business news. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Housing TV Africa on YouTube, and follow Housing TV Africa on all social media platforms. Also download the Housing TV Africa mobile app on Google Play Store and Apple Store to stay connected. I am Mimina Bagodu. Bye for now, and thanks for watching.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts. On Facebook, Housing TV Africa. On Twitter, Housing TV Africa. Instagram, Housing TV Africa.
Housing TV Africa, your first in housing development broadcasting.